85% of human learning and perception is achieved through vision, so naturally, it is a vital part of our lifestyle. The human eye is composed of a variety of different components, all necessary to see the world around us.
Let's start with how light hits objects. Light can either be absorbed or reflected. The absorbed light is not shown, but the reflected light is picked up by the eye. The colors we see are caused by a differential in the wavelengths of reflected light. For example, this tomato is red, meaning it reflects wavelengths of light around 680 nanometers. This reflected light enters the eye through the cornea, which refracts the light back into the pupil. The cornea is covered with a thin membrane called the conjunctiva, in charge of protecting the eye.
The conjunctiva protects the eye from the dangers of the outside world, making sure it is safe and sound. The eye is lubricated through tears. Every time the eye blinks, it spreads tears throughout all parts of the eye, making sure it does not dry out. These tears are eventually drained through the eye duct.
The light then hits the pupil, which is in charge of regulating the amount of light that enters the eye, dilating and contracting to maintain a sufficient amount of light.
Your eye is like a camera. The cornea reflects light into the eye, just like the lens of a camera. The pupil can either dilate or contract based on how much light the cornea reflects into it.
The pupil is located inside the iris, which is tasked with controlling the diameter of the pupil and thus the amount of light let into the eye. The lens focuses the incoming light towards the back of the eye and the retina. The light then reaches the retina, a light-sensitive tissue that lines the back of the eye. This tissue contains the macula, giving us central vision, as well as two types of photoreceptors, rods and cones. Rods perceive black and white wavelengths of light and give humans the ability to see in the dark, while cones provide color and central vision. These photoreceptors later send this light as electrical impulses to the optic nerve.
Rods take 5 to 7 minutes to achieve maximum light sensibility. Cones, however, take much longer. They can take up to hours to achieve maximum light sensibility.
The optic nerve connects the eye and the brain. It takes the electrical impulses sent to it by the retina and transmits them to the visual cortex of the brain. The visual cortex is responsible for making sense of the light picked up by the eye. Let's go back to the tomato from the beginning of the video. The eye picks up on the reflected wavelengths of light, but the brain is what tells us that the object is a tomato. Sensation is using senses such as vision to experience the environment around you. Perception is the brain making sense of these sensations to give them meaning. Sensation is the eye picking up on the reflected wavelengths of light, but perception is what tells our brain that that red object is in fact a tomato.